Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I'm trying to get everyone to join this. The Flat Earth Surveyor guy doesn't seem to have a mic, and Baron was finally on.
The clock keeps ticking away my time. I'm stuck here waiting for the climb. You dance in circles, spinning me around. The topic's lost, it can't be found. You ain't even on topic yet. Chasing tangents, my patience is spent. I came here for answers, not this detour. But you left me stranded, wanting more. Oh. I've got my ear pressed close to the sound, hoping your words will finally come around. But the plot's a ghost, it slips through the cracks. Why won't you just get on the tracks? You ain't even on topic yet. Chasing tangents, my patience is spent. I came here for answers, not this detour. But you left me stranded, wanting more. Home Natalie, please hear my plea. Bring it back home, make it clear for me. I know you're witty, I know you jest, but my heart aches for the subject best. The faithful wade through the rambling tide, hoping the truth will open wide. But the wandering train pulls away from the set, and we're all screaming, you ain't on topic yet.
And now, from the mean streets of Essex, England, this is Whatcast.
Hello everyone, this is Whatcast, I'm Matt. So today we're supposed to be having a debate here between Baron Rutledge, Land Surveyor, and Ray Goodwin, a Flat Earth Land Surveyor. Both of them are here in the chat, but Ray doesn't have a microphone. So Ray I don't know if anyone's got a solution for this, but Ray wants me to call him. Poor Cleavage has been on the phone to him for about an hour trying to figure this out. Ray wants me to call him, but I absolutely am not doing that because he doesn't have any devices I could call him on other than a phone, and it will cost me an absolute fortune. And I'm not sure that Baron would even be able to hear him anyway, even if I did that. So Ray, I'm not really sure what you're going to do. Maybe... yeah, apparently he's a good guy. So I don't know. Maybe join the chat and have questions type questions in the chat. Maybe we could do some sort of thing that way. Buy a microphone. Yeah, he doesn't have Zoom. I've got him here. He doesn't have a microphone, Dan. So I've already set it up to go through what's it called? StreamYard. I'm going to bring Darren in anyway. Facebook call. There's a fault. maybe we'll try that. But will Baron? Oh, he doesn't have a microphone. Can't do a Facebook call. Can't do that. He's only got a flip phone. No, he hasn't got any apps. This is a bit of a pickle. Apparently, he has debated Toon before, and he's been on with Mark Private, which is always funny. And he done that on the phone, but I don't know why people. I don't know what's going on. So I don't know, Ray. Maybe say hello in the. Maybe type something in the live chat here, Ray, and we can do something along. You can ask questions when Baron's presenting things or whatever. I'll bring Baron up now anyway. Hang on, I'll bring him up to get on this page here. Hello, Baron.
How's it going? Thanks for having me up.
That's all right, mate. Can everybody see this okay? Let's try and make this a bit better on the screen here. Like that. That'll have to do. Yeah, sorry about this. Ray hasn't got a microphone.
So I've been hearing.
So, Ray, is Ray going to type something in the chat? Maybe Ray can have his questions answered in the chat here if he's got any. I don't know what else to do because I'm not going to cost myself hundreds of dollars calling him. When he has, I would do it. I would call him from any app that he could have. Could you not? No, because he hasn't got a mic. So his phone hasn't got internet. There's no way around this, unfortunately.
Really? I mean, how was he going to get on?
Well, he said,
today? Was he going to use his laptop or?
Yeah, so he's got a laptop, but he said that he's done these debates. He debated MC Toon once, and he spoke to Mark Sargent, the Flat Earther, once, but he did that on the actual phone. They just, okay. I mean, I've got the capabilities to play his phone audio through this device I've got here, which everyone would hear, but it requires me to call him and pay the bill, which no, I'm not going to do.
I think he was suggesting calling you and him footing the bill for it or whatever. I'm not sure how that audio will come back.
Yeah,
but he has posed a question here. He said that 20,000 United States Geological Survey benchmarks prove that the Earth is flat.
Well, he's just posted that now, or is something that you've seen that I've sent you?
Yeah, it's right here. He just posted it. Can you see your side of the chat, the studio chat?
Oh, hang on. No. I haven't got that up because I've got
pull that up. He's been commenting, so you might.
Oh my God! Just to piss me off a bit more. Hold on, I need to because I'm trying to present this to everyone because I'm streaming this on something completely different. Where is the chat comments? No, not there. Private chat. Aha! There he is. Right, sorry, Ray. I've only just seen this. I don't have a mic. Sorry, I'll buy a camera and mic. Apologise to Baron. No problem, mate. Oh, okay. I'll call you and pay for it. I don't really want to give my number out, mate.
I don't blame you, man.
Yeah.
He's probably a good guy, but you don't know people till you loan them money or live with them, right?
No, that's right. And if I do something to upset Ray in the future, he'll just tell all the flat earthers my phone number. So I'm not doing that. I don't know.
Yeah, but maybe Ray gets his poop in a group later on at a later date where we can all kind of hang out here and I can address Ray's concerns regarding. But I'm going to push this back to you, Ray. As a surveyor yourself, you should understand these pretty basic concepts in the way that we've used triangulation throughout the years to establish these mark-to-mark published elevations and distances. Anybody that's got a total station, or you could do it with the theodolite as well, and then just chain your distances or use distance and bearing. You could also do that. But you could check these things to see if these things are true. I have a presentation here that I kind of mocked up really quick with the time that I had, and it's about this particular thing. So,
yep. Do you want to do it?
But I would say, Ray, for me, right? I'm guessing you're retired. I'm not. I've got some years to go here. So you'd be like the elder, right? You would be in the position to school me on why it is that I'm not getting the flat Earth that you're getting. and that comes through various different measurements. I've done some pretty easy observations over time, just using an auto level and a target. I've gotten in some more complicated measurements, reciprocal zenith angles, plumb lines, 3 points on a ground, defining shapes, or measuring the radius of the Earth without turning any angles. I've got that. I've got basically any elevation angle or any zenith angle to any target. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be a building, it could be a tree, it could be a peak. If I can see it, I can put my crosshair on it, and I can not only predict what it should be on a flat Earth just using basic geometry, and what it's actually measuring in reality, and see if that's aligning with what the globe would predict within obvious reason. But my presentation here is called Scale Factor.
Hold on a minute, Baron. Before you do that, we might have a solution here. People are coming up with. They're saying that if he calls a certain number, he can join a Zoom with us. But I think the problem with that is I don't pay for Zoom, and I think you can only have 2 guests on there for half an hour or something, can't you?
I don't know. I don't know anything about Zoom. I don't do a lot of. Most of the things I do are on TikTok.
Yeah, but then I won't be recording from Zoom, so it'll probably be fine. I'm just screen sharing from Zoom, which is what I'm doing here, which is why I'm not paying for this. Oh my word! So yeah, yeah, we'll get to your questions. If you've got any super chats, just send the super chat questions for Baron, and I'll get to them all at some point. He can answer all of your questions about this stuff. With do you know Flatzoid, Baron? You ever heard? You don't know him. You don't know any of the TikTok fluffs? Not TikTok, YouTube.
No, I just recently, within the last 2 years, I think maybe even 3 now, time's getting away from me, but started taking some of my content over to YouTube. Unfortunately, I'm kind of at the end of my flat Earth career, where I've kind of just gotten lazy and don't really feel like uploading anything anymore.
Is it because they're all dickheads? Is that the reason?
The adventure just isn't there anymore. Like I said, flat Earth was an awesome adventure for the first 5 years for me. One thing, like I was talking with you earlier, flat earthers are really great travel advisors. Some of the locations that they're saying the Earth measures flat are awesome places to go. We're talking the Bonneville Salt Flats. We're talking, Lake Pontchartrain, the Crater Lake, and some of these other various places that have water, right? Because that's really the testament and the linchpin that holds the flat Earth ideology together, right? Is the behavior of water.
Yeah, because they've stopped using the sky now. So now they say that's not the ground, and then guys like you come along and really piss them off.
Yeah. So like I said, that adventure is great. There are a lot of these places I can take my family to, and we can do kind of a vacation. I work a lot, so I have to schedule once a year. I can take from basically Thanksgiving to New Year's off. And so I try to pack in as much as I can flat Earth wise, and make it attractive enough for my family, right?
Yeah,
to want to go and tag along. So, but the just the interaction with the people, I think, is kind of, I'm just not interested anymore.
No, I don't blame you. I'm just going to give Dan a quick call here on Discord, because he might have a solution for this. He might be able to at least get like a little.
I'm actually going to step away for a minute. My washing machine, I've got laundry going, and it's
no problem.
Off balance.
No problem. I'll speak to you in a sec. Yep. Dan. Hello. Oh my God, this is Dan answer. I don't know how this works. I've never done this before. Dan, can you hear me? Dan, can you hear me? Hello.
Hey, you there?
What are you doing? Playing Skittles or something? What's going on there?
No, Olivia has a parade today for St. Patty's Day. They just got done. I've got to go back to the school and pick her up, so I'm running all over the place. So Here's the thing with Zoom, you can have up to like 100 guests and it's like 40 minutes and then you have to restart it again. But here's the thing. It has a call-in number that anybody who doesn't have Zoom can still call into.
Right. So that would, because all I would do is screenshot. I'm not going to actually hit record or do anything with the call. I just need the people on the screen so I can mirror it here. So I'll probably get longer than 40 anyway. So I'll just set that up then while Baron's gone. I'll play something.
Yeah, because if you set up a Zoom call, right?
Yeah.
And you send Baron the link, he logs in, and then basically the other guy Ray calls in.
Yeah. And
he'll just have a different icon, and he'll be able to hear you guys, and you can share that screen for everybody else.
Okay, cool. I'll try that. Ray, did you hear that? If you're still there, I'm going to try and set up a Zoom. You'll get a phone number to call. So that will just give. Where would I get the number from, Dan?
So as soon as you create it, it'll say, "Here's your meeting number and a call-in number." He dials the call-in number, and then it gets a prompt, and he pushes the numbers for the meeting number, and he gets connected.
I was looking for a way to get out of here.
That's all right. I'm just trying to figure this out. So I'm assuming you can't hear Dan. No, can you hear Dan talking to me? Dan, say something.
Hello?
No, he's not hearing you. That's all right. Right, so I'll try and set that up now. Can everyone else hear Dan? I don't know if anyone else can. Maybe
well,
not.
If everyone else can hear me, I have something interesting to share that'll take 5 seconds.
Yeah.
One of the songs that Olivia's marching band played today was Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe from 1990.
I've no idea what any of that means.
Poison by Belle Biv
All right,
DeVoe?
so you're not old enough, that's why.
Thank you.
For the old timers in here, they'll appreciate and be laughing. It's an R&B song, and it's completely sexually suggestive and not appropriate for high schoolers to play as a band song. But hey, why not?
Right, I'm going to keep you on the line for a second, Dan. I'm going to try and set this Zoom up.
Okay.
So in case, because I'm likely to get lost. I don't really use Zoom ever, but I do have it there. So hopefully we can get something going here. Eventually, how do I set up a Zoom sign up? Oh, for fuck's sake! So I have to. I can't just set. Can I just set something up? Do I have to actually sign up to it?
No, you don't. You have a Zoom login?
Nah, I'll never use it.
I forgot. Zoom was bought by like Microsoft or something like that.
I'll just log in.
You can just use your Gmail.
Yeah.
I thought everybody had a Zoom login.
Yeah, they do, but I've never needed it. Hang on, I can just sign up with this. That one I do. Oh my word. Sorry about this stream. I didn't think I'd be having problems like this.
No, man, no worries.
Actually, I'm going to pull over
at the house today. So.
I know this school has real shitty service. This way I can still talk to you.
Create account. Open Zoom. Oh my God.
Oh, look, there's everybody else in the chat knows the song, so even better. I feel better.
I do know the song. I'm old enough to know the song.
What's the song? Can you hear each other now then?
It's called Poison.
Oh,
it's called Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe.
I would say early to mid 90s, somewhere in there. It was by a band called Belle Biv DeVoe.
And hearing it from a marching band, definitely a unique experience. I wish I would have recorded it, but it was too windy and too fucking cold. You would have heard my teeth chattering.
Right, hold on. I've got this. Oh my word. Right, so how do I start a meeting with this? So my Zoom meeting, so I've just got to send a link to people, yeah?
So you send a link to Baron, and then it should say it has a call-in and meeting number.
It just says copy invite link, right?
Okay, yeah, but does it say at the bottom, does it say it has a call-in number?
No. Just says participants 1, and that's me. And then I'll click on that, and it says invite. Hang on, invite. Contacts, no. So it says invite people to join meeting, then it's got a meeting number at the top.
Yes. So the meeting number should have a call in right now.
No, it just says invite people to join meeting 863415033569. There's no.
It says what?
That's the numbers. It's basically 863415033569. I don't know if that's a phone number.
Okay, so hold on. So if I want to share, enter a room or meeting ID to share a Zoom room. No, okay, hold on a second. So if I want to start a meeting, I'm doing it on my phone right now. Hold on a second.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, start.
Sorry about this, Baron.
And then.
Oh man, no worries. I'm just kind of hanging out.
Go to
Big
more.
deal, man. Big deal.
Meeting info.
Yep. Where's meeting
Damn
info?
it, I do this all the time for work.
Fuck's sake. So I can go to email, Yahoo Mail,
Oh, here we go. Hold on. Host tools.
What? I haven't got any of this shit. Copy
Host tools,
invitation.
no. Participants.
Invitation copy to clipboard. Copy invite link. Invite link is copied. There's no phone number at all popping up anywhere.
All right, hold on a second. I'm going to see if there's a generic one right now.
This is what makes TikTok so attractive, right?
Yeah.
How easy it is.
Okay, it's a dedicated number. It's area code 646.
What is this? That same number for everything? Or for your meeting?
Yes, and then you just punch in your meeting number. No, it's a dedicated number you call in and you plug in your Zoom meeting number. So if he's in the US, that. Right? It's yes, he has to do this. It's 646 568 7788.
646. Go on, start again. 646 what?
568
568
7788.
Yeah. 646 568 7788.
778. Right, and then it'll ask him for his meeting number, and he puts in the meeting number that you give him based off the Zoom you started.
Okay, cool. Let's try that. Right, I'll copy that number. And we'll try this. So Ray, are you still there? So Baron, where the fuck am I now? I don't even know where my other stuff's gone.
That's what I tell myself every morning when
Jesus.
I wake up.
Right, here we are.
I go, fuck.
So there's Baron. So Ray, are you still there? Right. So what we need to do is, Baron, I need to send you the meeting number for Zoom, and you can join there. And then Ray, I will write it in this in the private chats. Right. So Ray, I will write it in the chat here. This is a number you need to call.
Hello. Okay, I hear you.
Who's that? Did Ray just speak there? Right, 646.
Yeah, he's communicating. He's there. I see some interaction from him. So
646.
So I'm guessing I need to download Zoom.
Oh, you haven't got it?
Right? I don't know, dude.
It's quick. It's quick.
Yeah.
But, we're so prepared for this today. 568.
Well, I mean, so it's a brand. So in my defense, it's a brand new laptop. I just went out and fetched a new laptop. So
right, so 646.
I've got my Microsoft stuff.
568.
All my CGI editing stuff for my videos I do.
Right, so Ray, you need to call. Don't call it yet, but this is the number you need to call, right? And then after that, you need to. You need to then dial this number. Has he got to dial it, Dan? Yeah. Dan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So he's got to dial the meeting number after, yeah?
Yes.
863 41503565 6 9. Right, so after no, wait. I said don't call yet. He's calling already. Right, so now you've called. It will ask you for a meeting number, and that is the meeting number that I've just put in. Dear. Right, so I've got a copy invitation. So copy invite link. That's what I need to do. Then I'll send that to Baron. Right, which should be easy. Hopefully. I don't know why, but I can't. I've sent you messages, but it's not. Oh, here it is.
You sent me messages?
Yeah, so I'm going to send you this meeting now.
Chat? Yeah, I see it in the chat.
All right, so I've sent you the Zoom link. So you should just be able to link to click on that link, and it should do everything for you. Then just join the meeting. All right, I'm hoping.
Like from my email?
Yeah, just go into your email and click the link, and it should just put Zoom on your computer, and you can use it.
So I leave here.
Yes.
Or do I stay here?
Leave here. I'll just invite you back here if it all goes wrong.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'll go check it out.
All right, mate.
All right. Let me see here.
Right. Cheers, Dan. I'm going to hang up here and shut the Discord down, and hopefully we can get something going here. Right. Oh, my word. So, there's Zoom. Actually, I don't even know how to... I don't know what's going on there. Where's my fucking Zoom meeting gone? Oh, I'm in it. It's there. Right, okay. So I'll bring that over here. Why am I mirrored? See, the things we do for flat earthers to get them to be able to actually do anything is my mic. What's it on now? Baron's here.
Hey.
Hello. So Baron's here. So we're just waiting for Ray to call in now.
Okay. Sweet. Looks like it's working, man. That wasn't bad. It was painless.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're not a flat earther, so things are easy for you.
Well, I don't know. You ask my wife, she'll tell you different.
Right, so I've said that's what he's done, so I've got no idea whether he's going to be here or not. I've still got my other thing up, haven't I? Right, let's bring this down here. I think Ray's still in the other thing. Ray, you need to come out of the other thing. What's the meeting passcode? I've just put it there. Right, Ray, if you can hear me, the meeting passcode is 8634 150 3569. If you can still hear me, that's what you need. I bet you're terrified of this debate, aren't you, Baron? It's really getting you worried with all this knowledge.
You know, I mean, I'm a humble student of the.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I'm a math nerd. I love geometry and the outdoors and, you know, surveying, right? Although I'm not surveying anymore, I'm now managing projects. But
what got you into all of that anyway?
I was probably like 96, 97, somewhere in there. I got into construction. I just gotten out of the military, and a buddy of mine's dad, he had a construction company. So I went to work as a laborer, and it was the underground utility. And so I got into laying pipe. I was a pipe fitter, and I just got bored with it. And I met a guy, and he said, "Look, man, I got something that might be interesting for you." you're going to take a pay cut, but you're going to like it. It was surveying. And so at that time I was in school, I was going for my associate's degree to become a plumber. And so when I got this job and I fell in love with it, I was going to quit school, but the owner of the company said, look, I'll pay for the rest of your school. Never step away from your obligations, your commitments. So I went through school, I finished it. I surveyed for about 3 years, and then I decided to go to college and get a bachelor's degree in geomatics. And so when I did that, about a year later is when I got my license.
When did NASA start paying you? So,
I mean, they're getting 65 million a day from what I hear. I mean, I'm not seeing any of that money.
No, me neither. I keep getting told I am, though. I'm not sure what they're talking about.
I mean, I make pretty good money. Don't get me wrong. I do well. I'm comfortable, but if I had their money, I'd burn mine. Let's put it that way.
Oh, Ray, can you still hear me? Is this worked? Did you call this number and put in this other number? The last thing he wrote was what's the meeting passcode, and then said got it. So I've never ever, I didn't know you could do this on Zoom, so hopefully it'll work and he'll come in.
It's pretty cool, man. Technology, right?
Some kind of conversation. Well, yeah, if it works. Yeah. You'll probably find out his phone hasn't got a mic either.
You like this sign language?
Ray, answer me if you're there. It's a good job we haven't only got 40 minutes on there, because it'd be halfway there by now. Let's get this off of here. His phone has a mic. You would know. Oh dear. Does this work? Right, so he's just responded. I can't get it to work. So what is he doing wrong then? If he can't get this to work, what else can I do? That is the correct meeting. That is the correct link. Let's try another. Let's try again. Invite. So there's the meeting at the top. That's what I put in. Did I put that in correctly? Let me just check. 8634 150 3569. That's it. Right, Ray. Ray, if you want, just stay in the chat here. Oh, you can't even hear Baron anymore. This is a fucking nightmare. He can't even hear you because you're now on Zoom. So I was about to say he could just type his questions as he went along. What was the question you was going to address anyway? That he did ask.
So his position is that 20,000, which there are much more than 20,000 USGS points in the United States. But anyhow, his idea is that those prove a flat Earth, and so this is something that we can test, right? And this comes down to projections. I talked a little bit about this. If you're in a state where it's longer north and south, you're going to be on what's called a UTM projection. And so if you're in a state that's longer east or west,
hold on a second. Hold on. Sorry. Yep. Someone's just come up with an. Are you going to do that? CK, do that if you can. CK was going to call him. Was going to call into the Zoom and have him on speaker on her phone. But will he be able to hear us? That's the thing. Or have you got to tell him everything we say? Don't know. Right, carry on anyway.
Yeah. So, and for the viewers here, obviously Ray can't hear us. So there is what's called a grid to ground or scale factor that takes place. Okay. And so you've got what's called a combined scale factor, and that's the elevation factor. And the elevation factor would be the radius at that given latitude divided by the radius plus the height of the instrument at that latitude So you divide that, and that gives you that elevation factor, and that would be multiplied by your scale factor. And so what you have is I've got this much of the Earth's surface, right, that I want to fit into this much of the map surface. So we're going to encounter something called distortion. And this directly affects the distances that we're measuring. So if I've got a grid length, which is the published mark-to-mark distance between those 2 points that Ray's talking about, if I don't have the right scale factor for where I am, then those distances that I measure are going to be vastly different. So in my presentation, I talk about that, like large bridge jobs, large construction. Imagine ordering like a 10-mile long steel beam, right? And you go off what's published on the plan set for that distance, because you're talking about a 2-dimensional flat projection now, right, of that curved surface. What happens when that beam shows up? Is it too long or is it too short? If it's a flat Earth, it's the same. It's symmetrical, right? Because it's flat Earth. When you show, because
I've seen a lot of the things you've done. When you show these, when you do your live demonstrations and whatever, what is the main pushback you get from flat earthers for it not
that
being
I don't
correct?
Understand perspective,
right?
Of course. And here's the thing about this webcast. Here's the thing about this that's entertaining.
CK, I've sent you the link if you wanted to try this and get him on. I don't know if it'll worth a try. Yeah, go on, carry on.
So here's what's entertaining about that is when I'm measuring zenith angles. So I'm setting up on a mark, I'm getting a height above the mark, and I'm projecting a straight line out to the mountain. Turn the crosshair up. Now I've got a right triangle. Whatever that angle is, so the adjacent side of the triangle is my distance from me to the target. My opposite side of the triangle is the difference in elevation from me to the height of the target. That creates the tangent plane. Whatever that angle is, the cotangent, right, for that angle, because it's an arctan now. Whatever that angle is, if I minus that from 90, that's the zenith angle. That is perspective.
Yeah.
That's what perspective is. It says that if I slide this target across this x-axis so far that the opposite side of the triangle, the angle gets smaller and smaller and smaller. The opposite side of the triangle stays the same size because it's a physical feature on the Earth. It doesn't actually shrink. The appearance of it does.
So why does Ray think it does?
Well, like I said, you can reconstruct this on your kitchen table.
Yeah.
Right. You can take any building off in the distance. Just take a piece of string, pin it to your wall or tie it to some chairs 6 inches above the table. Okay. And measure along that string 6 inches. Now take like a saltine box and set it there. Get a 4-foot level in a speed square. So as you bring the 4-foot level up, right, it's striking angles on that speed square. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you bring that saltine box over 2 foot and you set that 4-foot level on it, you can read off that angle. But that string still strikes that box at 6 inches. Move that away to 4 feet. What happens? The angle gets smaller. The saltine box is the same size, but guess what? The angle's smaller and the string still strikes the box at the same spot. That's perspective.
Could there be any way that you do this wrong? Every single time, which is what they suggest.
Okay, so if we're going to get into air theory and the probability, right, and we start getting into the Gaussian curve of things, okay, we can only ever achieve 98% certainty if we run numbers on this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm 98% certain that I'm correct.
Right. Okay. But surely you would be correct. Like you would be correct. You wouldn't be. Are you the same every single time, or are you got within the margin of error? Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like whenever you do these things, have you ever got a flat Earth measurement?
No.
What's this he's written here? This is the one after. Check out images of Harakad Dam. Is that what? Did I say that right? 16 miles long and 200 foot tall. It must have level, a permanent 43 foot tall tapered hump in the center. It's not there. That's his claim.
Oh man. So the hump is measured. It's measured from the chord, the long chord, which is like a secant of a circle, right?
Hold on a second. Ray's just sending these going. Ray, CK's going to try to call you and let you hear us through her phone, and you talk to us through her phone. We're going to try and do it that way, at least for like a little while, for 10 minutes or something, just to get something out of this. So hold on. I think that's what we agreed. Anyway, I don't know if CK was joking. Hopefully not. So just hang on a second, and we'll try and do it that way. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, go on. Sorry, Baron. Try again. Sorry about this. I don't mean to keep interrupting you, but he
no,
keeps
man.
Stuff.
No worries. We were talking about the hump, right? The hump that he's talking about is the bulge, and it's an actual. It's mathematical, right? So, it's in surveying. It's considered the middle ordinate on either vertical or horizontal curves. When you get into vertical curves, it gets a little bit more complicated, especially if you're laying out road alignment and stuff like that, because you're talking about whether it's symmetrical or non-symmetrical tangent curves, right? Ray, I'm sure, is familiar with this as being a surveyor, so this is obviously no surprise to him. But so what you're doing is you're measuring the distance from the chord. So if you just take the top half of a circle, right, like this, just kind of imagine like a half moon. One of those is the distance along the outside. That's the arc distance. The other's the distance going through the circle. That's the long chord. The distance from the middle of that going to the top of that arc, that's the bulge height. The chord length itself is mathematical. You don't have any real way of measuring that physically unless you like dig down a hole and then tunnel over and then pop back up, right? That's the only way you can really measure something like that. So it's modeled, is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Right.
So I don't know what he's talking about there. I mean, you can calculate what the bulge would be, but it's not like a linear thing, right?
Which, right. No, Ray's calling. This is a fucking shambles. Right, we're still trying to get Ray on here. This is like better for a conversation with Ray. We've got. He said he's just left it that he's gonna contact me when he's got a microphone and a thing. So maybe we can do this again. We'll keep you on here today anyway. What do you want to just start your presentation that you put together so we can at least get through some of this stuff, because I'm sure people are going to find it interesting anyway, and they can refer to this, because I always use your measurement. What's the lake that you measured?
God, which one?
It's the one that Blitz always uses as well.
Lake Pleasant?
Might be. When you've got the nail, is that how you always do it? Possibly 6 inches or something. Is there a nail you've put there or something that you've?
Oh, a nail.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm too English.
No, it's fine. I was like, a Nile. What?
Not a Nile. That's all right. A flat earthers always take the piss out of my voice.
Yeah, I use a 60D nail, and what I do is I hammer it into the ground.
Yeah.
Just to represent the water. Like, basically what I'm doing is I'm taking the water, and I'm taking 2 points at either end of the lake, and I'm drawing a flat line across it. That's what the nail is representing.
Yeah.
Which means if I measure up 5 feet above that nail and create a line of sight and then put a target at the other end at 5 feet, we got a fucking rectangle.
Right.
If the earth is flat, right? Right?
Can you hear them from it?
Hold on. Is he here?
I can hear someone talking. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. And now CK's on the screen.
For splicing this in there. I am such a lame when it comes to tech. I'm so sorry. Listen, I will buy a camera and a damn mic, and then I'll email you when I know I can do this right. If you'll let me.
Well, let's do a little bit now. So what was the main things you wanted to challenge Baron on while you're here? If it doesn't work out and we only do sort of 10, 20 minutes, then so be it. But
well, just off. All right. The first one would be a 1900 model.
Baron, tell me you haven't gone now.
Sorry, I don't want to get your live. I don't want to get your live in trouble.
A 1900 model Transit could read a rod from 400 feet. A 2024 Transit laser level TopCon, according to their website, is reliable to 3,600 feet. If you did the set on a globe of given size, if you did the exact same survey with both instruments, in other words, took 9 steps at 400 feet to get with the 1900 model, 9 steps at 400 feet, or one shot with a TopCon at 3,600 feet, those two surveys would have a 3.01 inch discrepancy based on scope strength alone, because the curvature of a ball is progressive. And 9 steps at 400 feet wouldn't even come close to one shot at 3,600 feet. So what that says is every time, if Earth is a globe, every time they come out with a longer distance transit, it would throw off and make all previous land surveys inaccurate.
Okay, so first off, let's back up a little bit. I want to unpack this little by little. So number one, what exactly are we talking about here? We're talking about orders of precision within leveling, or what?
I'm just talking about on a globe of given size. If you just did a grade level survey for 3,600 feet, if you did it with a 1900 model Transit and then a modern Transit, the scope strength went from 400 to 3,600. So you'd have to take 9 steps at 400 feet to get there.
So you're telling me that you can read a rod at 3,600 feet? What you're saying?
The top January 1st, 2024, TopCon announced their latest, greatest laser level that can.
But a laser. But a laser level is different than reading a rod through the level that you were talking about, because you're comparing a level that you would look through in the 1900s to a laser that a laser level, right? So my laser levels that I got a couple here.
I've used
right now. They're only good for about 75 to 100 feet. You're not getting 3,600 feet of a laser level. I mean, maybe like EDM or something like that for distances with like a heliotrope or prism.
They claim it's reliable to 3,600 feet. The Transit before that was reliable to 2,640, which is a half mile.
Okay, so what's the relevance of that in leveling?
The relevance is there'd be I had a 1/10 of a foot tolerance, regardless of how big the survey was. But I guess the relevance would be because the curvature of a ball is progressive. Every time they come out with a longer distance Transit, it would throw off all previous land surveys. But all land surveys, old and new, check true, regardless of what instrument you use. That would be one. If you indulge it,
right. So where's the bust? So where's the bust? Where's the bust?
Hello?
B-U-S-T, right? So like, you know what a bust is in surveying, right?
Where's the bust?
The bust.
I guess I don't know what a bust, what you're referring to. The terminology may be different.
When the survey becomes broken, or you find a discrepancy in published data from another surveyor.
The survey is. I always had to close my circuit and zero out. Finish where you began and zero out. If you can't close your circuit, the survey's invalid. It's worthless. Cease and desist. I had to close. I finished where I began.
Okay.
I had to
let's
close
talk
my
about
circuit.
that. Yeah, let's get into that, Ray. That's
okay.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna tie down some control. Maybe somebody wants to build a dollar store somewhere, right? And so they give Ray a call.
Well, I did more lakes, but whatever. I did flood control structures, things that are built with earth and soil.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what I'm an earthworks superintendent right now for a large federal contractor, so I know exactly what you're talking about. All right, but we're gonna set up. We're gonna kind of draw for the audience here. We're going to try to draw them a physical, picture. Some guy buys a dirt lot. It's out in the middle of nowhere. They're going to build a community next to it, and he wants to develop a Dollar General. Okay. And so, it's a couple of things that have to take place, right? There's going to be a title report, right, for transfer of ownership and things like that. And so I'm sure you're aware of all that. But they call you up. They call Ray. They call up Ray, and Ray's going to tie down horizontal and vertical control to that job. Okay. And so what happens is you're going to go and you're going to look for the nearest geodetic monument that you can traverse both horizontally and vertically from, correct?
Well, if it has to be tied to elevation above sea level, yes, I'm going to locate the nearest USGS benchmark monument, start my survey there, and carry that elevation over to the dollar store.
Okay. What if they don't give you an elevation above sea level? What if you pull up the NGS, the data sheet on that mark, and there's no elevation above sea level? They give you an ellipsoid height and a geoid height.
The elevation is engraved in steel on top of the plate on all of them. The elevation is engraved in steel, and the gist is set in stone. I was involved. I swear to God, I was involved in a flood control structure, which were big, ugly structures because more of the dam was sticking out of the water than was below the water. But they weren't built for beauty or for recreation. They were built for flood control. To store water up, and
let's just. But we're getting like, I think we're getting off topic here. Well, okay, fine. Let's say that your monument is stamped. Here they're not.
Yeah. They all are. They're engraved.
No, I mean if you want, I've got a ton of pictures of monuments. I'm constantly out tying into these things. I do a lot of flat earth stuff with them. I take pictures of them and I include them in my video. That way flat earthers can go look at that permanent identifier mark and look at it for themselves to see that the coordinates and how I'm getting the data that I'm the geometry, right? They can solve the geometry for themselves. Anyways, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to say that your monument, okay, has an elevation stamp to it, and it's above sea level. We'll go with that. Yes. Okay. All right. So bang. The first thing that you want to do is you want to establish a vertical position of maybe like some rebar, right? You're going to go out on the job. You're going to look at the proposed design of this project. You're going to try to sneak this thing away somewhere to where it won't be disturbed, right? So you're going to pound some 5R rebar down in the ground, and then you're going to start out on that brass cap.
Are you talking about setting a temporary benchmark? Because benchmarks are to be set where they're never disturbed.
No. A temporary benchmark is so everything pulled off a geodetic mark, right, within that spatial data, it is temporary, right? But in this particular context, a temporary benchmark on your site would be another benchmark transferred from that benchmark. So what you're going to do is you're going to come off either a Department of Transportation, USGS, some sort of control, right? There's a cap somewhere, right? And your elevation is stamped on that cap, okay? And so what you need to do is figure out from this known elevation, okay, to this unknown elevation, okay? And so what I want to kind of pick your brain about is the total distance.
Unknown elevation.
Correct.
Right? Four sites are unknown. Back sites are known.
Hold on, wait, what?
Yeah. Four sites are unknown. Back sites are known. And when you make a turn, backside becomes a fourth site. You recalculate your HI, your height of instrument.
There you go. Back sites are always on known elevations, right? So you get your rod guy. He sets up on the mark, right? He sets up on the mark, correct? And then you shoot the rod, and it gets subtracted or added to the benchmark.
If the known elevation,
right, you're adding it. You're bringing that height up to the crosshair elevation. Now you turn 180 degrees, read the rod, and you minus out. That becomes turning point number one, correct?
It can be, yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a turning point because what's going to happen is you're going to leap over him and then turn back. So the foresight now becomes a backside, right?
Foresight becomes a backside. You recalculate your HI, yes. But a turn is relocating the instrument. A turn is relocating
I'm
the
saying you're going to leap over him. He stays. He turns the rod to now face you, which becomes the backside.
Okay.
Right? You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you?
I'm not exactly. I understand surveying principles. I'm not sure I'm with you.
Okay,
Exactly.
so here's what I want to. Okay, how are you determining? Let's say it's first order. Okay, it's a first order precision. What is the maximum
accuracy? Is that what you're talking about?
Correct. The order of precision.
First
order precision.
We call
okay,
it. Okay, that's reading the rod to the nearest hundredth.
No, it's
no.
Not. No. So first order precision, you're allowed. Okay, now everything's done in kilometers and meters. So you have to convert that if you're using decimal feet, right? So you have to do a unit.
Ours is all tenths of. It's in tenths of feet.
Correct. I agree with you there, but the geodetic survey produces. Well, you have to figure out, but it's generally 0.3 millimeters. Is what you have.
Okay.
That's your. But what you got to get your M value, and the way you get your M value is you have to find out. So you need to be reading all three wires, top, middle, and bottom, and that will give you the distance.
Okay,
because
reading all three crosshairs. That's reading.
You have to read.
Stadia.
Yeah, stadia,
Reading
upper stadia, middle
the
stadia, lower stadia.
Top crosshair minus bottom crosshair is your stadia, and that's
a half delta.
How far the distance is. That's the distance away from the rod you are.
That's correct. That's a half delta. Correct. Okay. Now, let's say that I take that shot on that rod out 1,500 feet. How much misclosure am I going to have at the initial benchmark?
How much
misclosure am I going to have if I take that shot on the rod out 1,500 feet? Here, let me tell you what it is real quick.
What's the reading? How much closure are you going to have? I don't.
No. What's the misclosure, right? Because what's going to happen is so backside, foresight, all the way to the rebar, right? We get to the rebar, the rod goes on it, it stays there. I pick up the instrument and I move it. Okay. Now all of the pluses.
By the way, sorry, I've just been told I've got like 10 minutes left on this. I don't know why it's timing me. I haven't hit record or anything. So,
hey guys, listen, Whatcast, I'll buy a damn camera and I'll buy a microphone and I'll be responsible. I mean, I can make phone calls, but I'm pretty much a lame ass when it comes to tech. I'll get set up and I'll give you an email when I do. If you're good enough to have me back on. If we only got 10 minutes left, can I do that?
Yeah, use the 10 minutes though. We've started now. You might as well use your 10 minutes. But we can do it again for sure, as long as Baron's okay with it. I don't know anything about this topic.
Fine, man. We'll figure it out.
Let me. May I say one? I know I'm hogging this, but when I first got out of college, my first location, we were building these huge, great stabilizations or flood control structures that had to be tied to elevation above sea level. Mm-hmm. The proposed dam location was over 3 miles away from the nearest benchmark. We started on top of the dam benchmark and wrote down the elevation that was engraved on it on Joe Farmer's farm. We got our height of instrument, and we went surveying across Joe Farmer's fields, out Joe Farmer's gate, down a gravel road 3 miles, in Joe Rancher's gate, across Joe Rancher's field to the proposed center line of this dam. Then we had to survey where the water would back. So 3 miles there, 3 miles back, plus another couple miles.
That's a 6 mile loop, right? 6 mile loop, right? I get it.
8 miles.
So where I'm trying to go.
But we came back. And
if it's 3 miles there and it's 3 miles back, it's a 6 mile loop. But whatever your distance was. So the point that I don't want to get away from.
Around the pool. Okay.
Ray, the point I get it. I'm glad that you understand some of this stuff, and that's important, because some of the things that I want to start talking about is accounting for the curvature of the earth in the process of direct differential leveling. And so what I'm saying is So I'm trying to get there, right? So 1,500 feet, right? If you took 1,500 and you divided by 5280 and you squared that and you multiplied it by 0.574, that's your misclosure.
Okay.
That's going to be your misclosure in that traverse. Here's what's interesting about that. Is that's the exact departure from the...
That's going to account. Are you figuring curvature there?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Yeah, Ray. Because you're measuring from a tangent plane, right? So the tangent plane is 5 feet, 6 feet, whatever it is. You have a desired rod reading that it should be, and you can test this. And I've done that. I've got a lot of data on this, Ray. And so what you could do is you could set nails, and you could adjust all those nails to where your line of sight is parallel with the nails. And what's still going to happen when you go over there and you set your rod based on that 1,500 feet, you're going to shoot 200ths higher on the rod, because as the rod goes down, the numbers go up. There's just no way around it. It's just a physical fact, right? And so what I'm interested in is how you got around that.
How I got around it?
How'd you get around that? Those, like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure how long you're...
Every survey manual, they say the same thing. It says on smaller surveys, 250 square kilometers, or less, the Earth is insignificant and should be ignored. They tell us to ignore it.
Well, I'm having a hard time. Okay, hold on. Whoa. On small surveys, so we're talking about two different directions. Okay, one is the horizontal direction, which is plane survey.
Those aren't small surveys. Those aren't small. Others square miles want to kick your ass, and you can find me
100 square miles is 10 miles by 10 miles. That's X and Y. Has nothing to do with this direction. It's the difference between if I took a piece of chalk and I traced the distance along the ellipsoid at sea level. What's the difference in length of the line if I were to go over the arc or through the arc? It's the difference between the chord and the arc. So you'd go 2 times the radius, sine half the delta angle. The delta angle is going to be the angle that subtends the distance. So you just take the distance, put your calculator in radians mode, get yourself one of these guys, put it in radians mode, and then divide that by the radius, right, at your latitude. That's the most important thing. That's plane surveying. It's a horizontal angle projected onto a horizontal plane. That's all that is. Has nothing to do with what you and I are talking about right now.
Okay. I didn't. You mentioned total stations. I've used those. In my opinion, total stations are for guys who work for bosses who don't trust. It's just a note keeper.
You broke up.
Keeps your survey notes. But a theodolite, I've been trained on it, but I'm not proficient, and I never used it in my work. When you start talking angles, I don't see where it's relevant with
okay, what I'm going to try and do here is I'm going to try and set up another. So when this ends, if you are both okay with it, I'll set up another meeting and start again and send you the links. Is that all right?
Can you do that?
I think so. Someone's just told me that I can.
Or Zoom going to keep score.
You better ask CK, because she's holding the phone the whole time that we're talking.
It's CK's suggestion.
Ask her.
We can do that.
All right.
Buy a damn mic. I'll get a camera, and we'll do this right.
Yeah, we'll do it right, but I still want to do it today. Like, I've advertised this, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Baron's given his time here, so we will do a bit of it today. We can do a proper one definitely in the future.
CK's giving her time too, and CK's giving her time.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Thank you.
No one cares about CK.
Yeah, nobody cares.
No one cares.
Nobody cares.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. Do I have to wait for this to run out? Because we've still got 3 minutes. You might as well carry on. I could have sex twice in the time we got left here.
Say something.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, you want to hear a joke?
Sure. Go ahead, Ray.
My ex-wife once sent me to the the video store to rent the movie Scent of a Woman. He screwed up and brought home a fish called Wanda.
I can't. Didn't hear that.
Yeah, it's difficult hearing him, but yeah, Ray.
That was wrong.
Ray,
No,
do you have any instruments? Do you have any instruments of your own, Ray?
What?
Do you have any instruments of your own?
You got a guitar.
No, I don't. I work for the USDA, and we use leaf, self-leveling, leaf transit. They were self-leveling, and they could read from a quarter mile, 1,320 feet.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with the instrumentation. I've got a Leica NAK2 Wild, a Leica NA2 Wild, a T2 Wild. I've got a T3. I've got a T1. I've got a Leica TS15 robotic total station. I've got an SPS 930 1 arc second Trimble total station. Several
Damn, you got a lot.
rotating. Yeah, I build stuff, man. That's what I do. I build things.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I've been personally doing this since 1998.
Well,
And
I did it for 27 and a half years for the USDA, but we didn't deal with the other lights. We didn't deal with angles. We just surveyed on the level, and and
Have you got a Firth 1000?
I don't know.
he was doing elevation certificates. That's what he was doing. Is that right, Ray?
Okay. Elevation certificates. I don't know. I know this.
So an
that I completed the. No matter
An
how
elevation-
many times I relocated the instrument.
Right, hold on.
Right,
I got
yeah,
less. Right, I
elevation-
got less than a minute. How do I can I restart this meeting? Somebody said. Right. So if not, then CK and Baron just wait for another link, and I'll send it. All right. I'll end this now rather than just getting cut off, and I'll contact everybody.
Oh no, you stay. You stay on the
I
phone.
stay.
They're gonna hang up, and then you stay, and we'll rejoin.
So
And
I
that
have to
works, yeah?
rejoin?
Just if not, send another link. I don't.
So I have to rejoin. Is that correct?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we all have to like rejoin, or I'm gonna leave, and then I'll just click on the link again and see if it works.
Yeah, do that.
You
Do
know, we
that.
could all just go to TikTok and just push a button.
Yeah, but I can't.
This is true. I know.
I can't do it. I can go TikTok live. Yeah, that's gone. Well, I can't stay because it went. That was shit advice. I got to start a new meeting. Right, so new meeting. So this is what's going to happen. You can't stay in the meeting. That was bollocks. So always show this previous meeting. So there's me. Let's invite copy link. Oh my god, how do I do this again? I'll send it to Baron. What a pain in the arse this is. And I'm assuming they can't join again, so I'm gonna have to. How did I do it before? It was that, wasn't it? Aha. 85. Right, hold on. 8566. Assuming they can't join again, so I'm gonna have to. 3, 2. You right there, Baron?
I'm great. I'm golden. Thank you.
I'm just getting the number from again. 8566322329. Right, CK,
Yeah, over here.
CK, if you can hear me on here, that is the number that you need to dial. Ray's on the phone. So the number you need is 8566322329. Hopefully you heard me and we can get another 40 minutes out of this. How's Ray so far, Baron?
He's, one of the better flat earthers I've ever talked to.
Yeah. Is he a surveyor? What do you think?
Yeah, he's a surveyor. Yeah.
So why does he think the Earth is flat? Then I didn't think there's any flat Earth surveyors.
Because he has no experience. Right. So here, let me put it to you this way. All right. Let's say you're a painter. You have a painting business, and you get this big contract to go paint all of these houses. And so you hire guys that know how to dip their paint or their brush in the bucket and tape things off and paint stuff, right? But when it comes down to solving problems on what they should do, should a problem arise.
Hold on, I've just got to see. I forgot to email CK the new link for the fucking. I read out the other thing, but I didn't email the link. We're getting there. We found a way to do it, which is good.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing in the process of leveling.
I've emailed you a link.
I don't think he has any real experience. And he can test that experience. I think it's a little bit too far for him now. I think he's got some stuff going on in his life where he can't actually get out in the field and do this anymore. But that's where I can come in and present all that data. Not only the data.
Can you still do your presentation on here? I'm assuming you can screen share.
Yeah, I can. Let me run and use the restroom real quick, and then I'll come back.
Okay,
maybe we'll wait for Ray to get here and see what his thoughts are on it.
Yeah, cool. Looks like he's coming back in a sec.
What?
Oh, you're back. Is Ray with you?
Yeah.
Hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear now?
I can hear the guys. Can they hear me?
I can hear you, but Baron's just gone for a piss.
Oh.
All right. This one, this story back in about 2017. Kansas City, where I live, had 5 private sector land survey companies listed in the yellow pages. I called 3 in Missouri, 2 in Kansas. Kansas City's right on the state line between Missouri and Kansas. I called all 5. Got to speak with a tech, 4 of the 5. I asked each tech 2 specific simple questions. Question 1, do you close your land survey?
Do you want to wait for Baron to come back for this? Because I ain't gonna have a fucking clue what you're talking about.
You might get some of this. The answers were yes, absolutely, of course, you bet we do. Question 2, how can you close a circuit on a globe? Click, 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 click. They all 4 hung up on me. Because when you can...
Right, repeat. Right, Baron's... Right, hold on a minute. So Baron's back now, who will be in a sec. So can you just repeat that to him?
Hey, Baron.
Because I've got... Well, hang, 2 seconds. Wait. Whoa. I know you're keen. All right. Just relax. I don't know what he's doing. He was just on his way back, and now he's gone the other way again. But
yeah, okay.
He's avoiding your...
I don't see you on my screen like I was.
No, I know.
Okay.
Oh, you could see him on the screen before.
I could see you on the screen before. Yes, I can't now.
Oh.
Yes, I could see you on my screen.
I don't know what.
Yeah, you were wearing a ball cap. Yep.
Me? Yeah, and him.
You back with us, Baron?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. He's not here. I don't know where he's gone.
No, I think he went to go get a drink refill real quick.
All right. I should have just got a beer like me.
I could use some more water.
CK, are you just holding your phone to the fucking thing?
Yes, I'm holding my phone to my laptop.
There he is. Right, now, so what you just said there,
yeah.
Ray. Right, so Baron's back now. So start the whole thing again. Start. Whoa. Just okay. You go. Ray, go.
I live in Kansas City.
Yeah.
There were 5 private sector land survey companies listed in the yellow pages. 3 in Missouri, 2 in Kansas. Those states entail the city of Kansas City. It's right on the state line. I called all 5. Got to speak with a tech at 4 of those 5. I asked each tech 2 simple questions. Question 1, do you close your land survey circuits? Yes, absolutely. Of course. You bet we do. Question 2, how can you close a circuit on a globe? Click, 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 click. When they are constrained to a ball, they can't even explain how they do what they do. That's why they hung up on me.
Are you sure that's why though, Ray? I mean, it kind of sounds like you're speculating further. So you're inserting reason why. We know they hung up.
Yes,
but
okay.
So the reasoning for why they hung up. But here's the bottom line, Ray. You're a surveyor and you should know. One, if you're a flat earther, how to prove that it's not true that we live on a globe. Right? That is your burden, right? To do that. Show me where I'm wrong.
Because we don't live on a globe?
Correct. I'm making these corrections. I'm making these corrections, Ray, and they're working. And it's textbook. If you want to go and you want to look at leveling, it's pretty straightforward, man. Especially trigonometric leveling, where it's done via vertical angle, right? And that's how we get the heights of all of these large peaks that are untraversable, right?
I don't know why you would deal with angles on this subject. I mean, let's not make it any.
So the shape of the Earth is an angular discussion, right? It's an angular discussion.
This argument's been going on now since 2015. Why doesn't the globe, the establishment, just run a 10-mile survey down the coastline on the beach and prove that it drops 66.7 feet? Why do they go to why do they go to
around it like this or across it like that? Do you get what I'm saying? So we're at 10 miles this way or 10 miles this way.
I don't know which way you're pointing, but 10 miles.
Okay. So all right. Take an orange and cut it in half, right?
Yeah.
And turn it up like this. Yeah. If you measure around the orange, they're all level. All those points are level with one another. Would you agree?
You talking about? I'm not seeing what you're doing with the orange, but I assume you're talking about gravity. Like if you hung a plumb bob down from your transit, you're saying it's the sea level's the same all the way around the orange. I think that's what you're saying.
At that location. Now, here's what you can do. Okay, here's what you can do. Is if you have 10 miles over a lake, right? This hump. Remember this hump you were talking about? Okay. So let's say you're 10 miles on the other end of the lake. Let's say it's a building, right? And the building's got 15 stories to it. Okay. And I'm at one end of the lake. Okay. And I look through my level. And that level's 5 feet above the water. Okay. And you're on the other side. Yeah. You're on the other side over there. And I've got a walkie-talkie. I'm like, hey, Ray. And I'm looking through the level. I'm like, hey, mark a line right there. You mark a line there. Yeah, we go over there. We take a tape measure. We measure that distance. If it's 5 feet, Ray, it's over, right? It's over. But what if you go in each window, and by the time you get to a certain floor, I'm like, hey, Ray, I can see you. Draw a line. You hang out and you draw a line there, and then we go measure down, and it's 60 feet. What then?
Well, the first example you gave, if 5 feet off the water, we wouldn't be able to see each other at 10 miles.
Why not?
Unless I don't know how to tell you. My eye height is 5'8". When I surveyed, I always set it up with an eye height around 5'8". I'm 6 foot, or I used to be.
5'12", somewhere in there. Yeah, me too. I'm 5'9".
Okay.
So we're about the same.
Yeah,
right?
I'm a double amputee now, so you're talking to a guy that doesn't have any legs.
Sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that.
That's all right. Hey, I'm happy to be alive. Thankful to be alive.
I could imagine. But here's the thing.
I haven't been in the hospital for 2 years.
So why can't
stabilize. Go ahead.
Why can't I see you at 10 miles across the lake?
At 10 miles would because based on the curvature of the Earth, the 3 miles would be 6 feet. And then so it'd be 3 miles from me, 3 miles from you, 10 miles away. We would not be able to see each other through. We get within 4 miles of seeing or 4 miles, but I could see to the water 3 miles. You could see 3 miles, but the middle 4 miles we'd be just we're shooting through the water there. We can't see each other over the horizon.
No. So all right.
Yeah.
So your line of hold on.
At 6 miles, if your eye height was 6 foot even, if you were like 6'5", and your eye height was 6 foot, and my eye height was 6 foot, at 6 miles we could see each other. At 6 miles we could see each other. Any further than that, we're looking at the water. If we're looking on the level, 3 miles is 6 foot.
Yeah. So
3
let me
miles
ask
is
you.
6 foot on a globe of given size.
Yeah. So is your line of sight being obstructed by the water? Right.
Could my line of sight be?
Right.
Yeah.
You're saying you're looking through water, right? And so my contention is that
at 10 miles with a 6 foot eye height, you and I, yes, we both would, if we were looking on a level, we're looking through a transit that is level. Yes, we would both be seeing through 4 miles of water.
Okay.
We couldn't see each other at 10 miles away. We could see each other at 6 miles away, but not 10.
Okay. Well, you're incorrect, Ray. So the way that it works I know. So I can demonstrate it. I can. Not sure what I can share here, but I've got a ton. So one of the flat Earth claims that was the easiest for me to really take on. Not that it matters, but anyhow, the horizon rises to eye level.
I got one.
Yeah. Okay. Hey Ray, can I get like 2 minutes here?
I don't know.
Yeah, Ray, can you let's let Baron address everything you've just said?
Yeah, everything you just said. So I'm going to disagree with you, and here's why. Because we don't exceed pi over 2 radians, you're not looking through the Earth. Because I'm not trying to look at you greater than a distance of so many thousands of miles. I'm just trying to look at you over 10 miles. My eye level, the crosshair, is always going to be above the horizon. You'll be obstructed by that wall of water.
I disagree. How
You can disagree, man. It's a fact. It's a fact. This is easy to do. This is really easy to do. Go out to any large body of water. I've taken this down to 4 inches. 4 inches I've taken this down to, where I've gone out and taken a board and dug a hole in the sand and put a board and water's coming in and put my auto level on there and leveled it out and put a tape measure and then took the phone and then looked through the auto level and the crosshairs above the water at 4 inches. I've gotten as low as I could possibly go. The higher you go, the distance between the crosshair and the horizon gets bigger and bigger and bigger. In fact, it's predictable on both models, on a flat Earth and a globe Earth.
You're saying that the horizon does not rise to your eye level. The
Correct.
Goes to is that
correct, and correct, and I'll bet everything in my bank account on it.
I've seen that demonstrated so many times that it doesn't rise to eye level from numerous people.
Now that you mentioned it, I watched a couple of your videos. It's been a while because me and White Cats got off on the wrong foot. We weren't friendly. But I did watch a
No,
few
hang on a sec. Whoa. No, I'm not letting you get away with that. We didn't get off on the wrong foot. You called me a dickhead on my lives. Like, so whenever I was doing things, you go, what cast is the last one you did?
I don't recall calling you.
No, but you said,
I don't remember that.
You said,
you know what?
Hang on.
You know what? I'm sorry. If I said, I apologize.
So you said on the one of the last videos when I tried to organise this one, I was talking about the way the planes fly, and you was like, "What cast is talking shit on this?" And you started talking about storms and stuff. What was that about?
Oh, that was just a real flight. Young guys are in one of those single engine Cirrus Vision jets. They're kind of a neat little single engine jet. Yeah, they have a camera in the cockpit. It's a beautiful, clear day. They're flying to Oshkosh, Wisconsin, where that's a big plane rally every year. And air traffic control says they got them at 30,000 feet. Well, that's the service ceiling of that particular plane. That's as high as it can fly, and they're at that point. And then on their Garmin 3000 avionics, they get an audible weather alert. Storm cell 175 miles ahead. And then the guys look at, oh shit, there it is. They point to it right out in front of their windshield. 175 miles away. Look it up. Storm cells rarely form higher than 30,000 feet. In fact, then a Alaskan Airlines 737 goes by and going the opposite direction. So they're flying at 30,000 feet. The Alaskan plane has to be flying at an odd number. I guess, and they're 35,000 feet, and they look about a mile up from where they're at. But this storm cloud on a globe from 175 miles away, that thing should be 4 miles below their line of sight. It should not be straight out their windshield. That's what I was talking about.
All right, Baron. Baron's looking stressed here.
Yeah, they were looking straight out. I couldn't post the link, but I wrote how to search for it. It comes right up, and I give you a timestamp where to start the video to not waste your time.
Yeah,
it is clear as day. It's clear as day. They're at 30,000 feet. Storms rarely fall higher than that. You get 175 miles an hour. It's right out in front of their windshield.
Baron, what do you say to this claim?
That's dropped from the tangent plane, right? So you have to remember that any time that, so imagine a circle, right? You have a circle, okay?
Yeah.
And you draw a line tangent to that circle. It creates a 90-degree angle with the radius of that circle. And that's just a basic property of circles, right? But if you were to take that, if you were to take, here's your circle, here's your line, okay? Here's your line like this. Here's your circle, here's your line. And you were to take it and add.
I can't see what you're doing. I can't see what you're doing. I wish I could. I can't see.
He's just doing it with his hands, making the circle, making a line.
Yeah. So if you were to add height above the circle, the line now is at a diagonal. It's not straight across the circle. So when that happens, if you were to then pick that line up, that's your angle to the horizon. If you were to then pick that line up and call it the tangent plane from that high up, the drop starts from there.
Okay.
It doesn't start from the surface anymore because you're not at the surface anymore. So that calculation's over, right? It's a different calculation now. It's R plus H now, right? It's not just R anymore.
You mentioned something that you would, and I'm not going to try to take you for any money, but when you said I bet everything in my bank account, that got my attention because I would bet my bank account on some things. What exactly was that thing that you said?
That the horizon does not rise to eye level.
Okay. I saw a video of yours that demonstrated that. It was you kind of climbed up on a rock or something. It was kind of a weird. You had a USGS benchmark or one of those benchmarks in a real strange location, I think. And you leveled your and you showed your crosshair through your scope, and at a mountain range and long distance, you were shooting above it. If I recall, does that ring a bell?
Yeah. So one of the things I like doing,
wherever you were at, you had to fucking climb up on something that was awkward.
Yeah.
I did like that one. It's been a while.
Yeah. So the point of that video, the point of that video, Ray, is I summit a peak, right? And I find a target miles and miles away where I know that if I calculate the curvature of the earth, that this peak that's thousands of feet taller than me is going to appear below eye level. right? If the Earth were flat,
on a globe, you should be able to, if you know the elevation of the mountain, you know the elevation you are, you ought to be able to calculate.
Correct.
I agree with that.
Correct. Yes. And so that's what I do is I find that, and then I go out there and I hike to the top, set my legs down, put my instrument on there, plumb it out, and I look through and guess what I see? Exactly what was, well, not exactly, nothing's exact, but within arc seconds and feet, right? Within arc seconds and feet of what the globe would predict. What I don't see, so like for instance, in that case, it was Mount Graham. Mount Graham's 10,709 feet above sea level. Kit Peak National Observatory is 6,888 feet above sea level. There's a 3,000 foot difference there. But yet, when I look through the crosshairs,
that's a pretty, actually, you know what? That's if you were level, if you were not trying to do any funny business, that's a pretty good demonstration of your globe. I will give you that.
The treasure map has been drawn, right? So, and if I'm being, malicious or misleading in any way, then it's time to hold me accountable, right? Because my behavior is 100% my choice. You know what I mean?
Hey, I just said, were you true and level? I didn't see. I don't remember you still in the bubble, but if you were,
it's in there. It's in there.
That's a pretty strong. That's a pretty strong piece of evidence, I would say. I'll give you that.
So you can do this at any height, and the horizon's always going to be below the crosshair. Now we can take this two different ways on a flat Earth. One, we could say that the horizon always rises to eye level, but that falls.
That's what the flat Earthers say.
It is what they say. However,
Ray, hold on. Ray, are you a flat earther?
What?
Are you a flat earther?
Am I a flat earther? It's a good question. I'm afraid I am. I've seen enough evidence, but I'm telling you what's his name? Dorn.
Baron.
Baron.
Darren. I'm sorry, Darren. Hey, he's got a pretty good proof there. He's got a pretty good proof.
That's pretty good. Right, could I just sorry to interrupt. I just got to do some super chats here because they're building up and it's been a while. So I like to try and read them out as quickly as possible, and we'll get straight back into it. So
I am a flat earther, and I went public in 2008. Mark Sargent interviewed me in 16, and then they had me come back in 18. But seriously,
Mark Sargent's 73 and lives with his mum. I don't know what he's doing. So we got this is just Danny who was trying to help me out on the Discord here. So cheers Dan for authenticated $2 there. Deplorable here. It is £5 or so. Hang on, I've got to do this properly. All right, it's £1.
5 times.
5 times. Can Baron explain for Roger? This is a flat earther, Roger Ledwell, how to do RZAs during the day.
Yeah, reciprocal zenith angle.
Oh, zenith angle. Right, I got it. During the day when you can't see the stars. Hi, Chris Conley. It says there. So, what's your answer to that, Baron?
When you can't, I don't know what that means. So, reciprocal zenith angles is measuring 2 zenith angles simultaneously, and that's what the word reciprocal there means. And the reason why you do it simultaneously is because it's close to near as real time as you can get. Because if you do it by yourself, you set up the instrument on this side, you set up the target on that side, you got to turn your sets, pop and swap, and then a lot of time has elapsed depending on how quick you can turn those angles. But what you're doing is you're measuring the angle between plumb lines. If the Earth were flat, regardless of elevation change, the plumb lines would be parallel. If the Earth were curved, regardless of elevation change, the plumb lines would depart. So if you were to transverse, like Euclidean fifth postulant, if you were to transverse those plumb lines with a horizontal line of sight, you could measure that angle from the zenith to that line, and that's the zenith angle. So what happens is, here's what's interesting about that. If I'm at 1,000 feet, if I'm out like the Bonneville Salt Flats and I've got a target and I've got a theodolite set up and they're 1,000 feet apart, I can predict what the summed angles will be. It'll be 180 degrees, 0 minutes, and 10 arc seconds.
So what's he asking? What are you asking here then, Mike? So Mike's asked, so what is Roger? Roger's trying to do that with the stars. I don't know.
I don't know how you do it with the stars.
Right, okay. Hang on, we've got Kango here. Super chat, $5 New Zealand dollars. Loving the IT stream. This is taking the piss when we couldn't handle it here. Not quite as funny as Flat Earth, but still good though. Yeah, thanks, Kango. Cheers for the super chat there. JD here for $9.99. Technology, double thumbs up. Cheers, JD. I know we got going in the end though. It was pretty good when we got there. Thanks to CK. Jack Fetter. Hello, Jack. No one is hiring a flurf surveyor. I don't care what this guy says. No way, simply not possible. Also, shut the fuck up and let the guy talk. Typical flat earther. That's from Jack there. Aimed at Ray. Sorry, Ray. You could have a reply in a minute. Super chat from Dan. What branch of service was Baron Navy here? Did you say you was in the Navy? He was a Marine. Marine. This is her. Sorry, what's Henroby? For €5. Since Ray is in the US, can you ask him if he's ever read the Manual of Surveying Instructions by the Bureau of Land Management? Ray?
I have looked at it, but it's a if you're talking about datums, I can't. I mean, I'm not impressed by it. It's just a generality. The surveys I completed, I designed jobs. I handed the plans to contractors, and I said, build that. Where that flag's located, I need 8 foot, 8 inches of fill, borrow and spoil, balancing cuts and fills. Every flag meant something, and they had to build it to what my design said based on the survey. I surveyed construction grade land surveys.
Yeah, I believe you, Ray. I believe you. I don't doubt you on that. I think that you don't actually have any experience trying to measure the curvature of the earth. I think that, and for all intents and purposes on those small, that's what I was trying to get with you on the leveling part, right? The whole 1,500 feet, right? Taking it past 1,000 feet, 15, 2,000, because that's when the drop, you really start seeing it show up in the leveling process. And so that's why I was kind of
I would think so.
Oh, it does. I mean, it's like I said, I can demonstrate it, right? And walk you through step by step what I'm doing, how it's being done.
Are you telling me that you
hold on? Whoa. Wait a minute, Ray. I've just got to finish these super chats and we can get straight back into this.
Okay.
So Jack Fetter again here. You can address Jack in a minute if you want as well. List of buildings Ray has surveyed, please, so I can avoid them. That is from Jack. Jack, got a big fan here in Jack. This is from Mike. Deplorable for £5. My question on RZAs was because Roger claims the zenith angle is taken from the zenith angle, whatever you call it. It's taken from the stars.
No.
Yeah, but it's Roger Ledwell. Don't even bother addressing it, Baron. He's a fucking idiot.
So zenith angle is just zeros, wherever the plumb line is, wherever it is. Zenith is 0 here. So you're referencing 0, which is above your head, measuring down, right? So if 0 is here, 90 would be straight out in front of you. It'd be a 90-degree angle. You're referencing above your head. That's all zenith angle.
Right, we've got Dan here again. He's like, fuck you, Matt. I didn't help, ? Yeah, you did help, Dan. We're only here because of Dan. So Dan and CK helped us get here today. Sorry, Dan, for not recognizing this. And this is another one. Baron is the smartest crayon eater I know now. So I think he's referring to your marine stuff, Baron.
Gotcha.
I'll run out of time. Got 10 minute. This is the 10-minute warning we've got here. So, right, you two continue your back and forth if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I'd like to say, I watched about 3 years ago. There was a video on YouTube, and I can no longer find it, but they were interviewing the chief pilot for TWA, TWA was still in business on 9/11/01. They were interviewing about his recollection of that tragic day. And that morning, he had a flight that morning out of St. Louis nonstop to New York City. He was training a younger pilot. Somewhere in the interview, I swear to God, the chief pilot for TWA said it was such a clear, beautiful day. You could almost see New York City from when we took off in St. Louis. That's 873 miles. And even if they were cruising at 35,000 feet.
Hold on. Where did they start at?
They took off from, they departed out of St. Louis to New York City, 873 miles. I looked it up. But at 35,000 feet cruising altitude, and the elevation of the tallest building. He said it was a clear, beautiful day. You could almost see New York City from when we took off in St. Louis. When a ridiculous statement to make. When New York City on a globe would be hidden behind over 80.
I agree, Ray. That's pretty ridiculous. And here's the problem with that, right?
Why would the chief pilot for TWA say that? That would be the equivalent of the land surveyor saying.
He's human, Ray.
Of the land surveyor saying, well, I thought it was
human.
He said it fluently. He didn't have to think about it.
I don't care how convinced he was. He may have thought he saw, but I mean, Ray, I caught a fish with gold teeth one time.
Okay.
Right, so just quickly while there's a pause here, Kevin Bacon's in my chat. Like I blocked him from the channel. Bless him, he's made another account, so he's allowed to talk again in here. But he's basically calling Baron out, saying Baron ain't got a fucking clue what he's talking about. Kevin Bacon, by the way, a middle-aged troll, really sad. Bit of a wanker.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and he's obviously Kevin Bacon probably works in a fucking low-paid minimum wage job, but he definitely knows all about land surveying.
Just think of this. Look at me, right? So just get a good look at me right now. Every morning when you wake up, you don't got to wake up looking like this.
All right.
So you got that going for yourself, but you're absolutely right. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, Kevin Bacon's obviously never surveyed anything in his life.
I can't see. In this country, Kevin Bacon is a movie star.
Kevin Bacon, can I just ask you, like, if once Baron's done here, you're going to get up and debate him and tell him he doesn't know what he's talking about, or are you just going to sit there like a fucking 5-year-old in the chat, jumping up and down, saying, "Please notice me, please notice me"? Sorry, Baron.
So, we can hang out. And
your accent's so heavy sometimes I can't. You got a strong accent. What?
Yeah, I know. Main streets of Essex.
No, it's all right. It's cool.
Hey, so Ray, I got a question for you, man. What sort of experiment or measurement could I do from your surveying experience?
That's another
Where on the earth could I go to measure a flat Earth?
On the coastline.
Good boy, Kevin.
In 2000, and when I after my second interview, I publicly pledged $100,000 cash, and I went to the bank and I got the money and I bought a safe, and that goddamn money is still sitting in a safe in the room I'm sitting in here now, 10 years later.
Okay, hold on. Whoa. Stop. Hold on. Do you still have that money?
Yes, sir.
And you're still willing to
$100,000 cash. It's sitting there. I went and bought a safe and folded down, and I thought somebody was going to take me up on my offer. I back then I had legs. I said, I'll meet anybody. Set a date to meet. Let's meet at Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. Is the longest.
Sounds like a great place to vacation.
I've heard that, but Myrtle Beach is the longest public beach in the United States. It's 60 contiguous miles of public beach at Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
I said, let's meet there, and it will go 60 miles, whatever the drop should be. I think it's around 2,300 feet, and if it drops 2,300 feet, I pay you $100,000. If it doesn't vary any more than high tide versus low tide, you pay me $100,000. Winner take all. And I couldn't get anybody to take me up on that challenge. It's on. It's you can find it still. I said it during my interview on Mark Sargent. And yes, I went to the bank and got the money because I really thought somebody was going to hit me up.
Yeah,
I swear to God, I did that.
Okay. So all right. So how are you wanting to see this?
How I want. Well,
yeah, like how do you want me? How do you want
me?
me to demonstrate that there's that type of drop over that distance? Like, what's acceptable for you?
Over six. Well, you would set a benchmark, and I would find that benchmark probably elevation 3,000, so you're not dealing with negative numbers. Mm-hmm. And then you go leapfrogging, taking foresights and backsights right down the water line.
Stop right there. Okay, stop right there, Ray, stop. You do realize that the drop from the tangent starts over as soon as you pick up the instrument, correct?
The drop from the tangent starts
Think
over.
about it. Just think about it. Just envision that in your mind, right? So how the fuck am I going to demonstrate that to you? How am I going to demonstrate that to you using that process?
You know what? You're going to have to get a rod that can read, or at least maybe a telescope.
Okay. I'm there. I'm with you on that. So what you're saying is, because remember, we're at this one.
You know what? I'll tell you what.
3 minute warning. We can restart this again if you want. You guys want to carry on?
Man. I'm interested. So
3 minutes. Just to let you all know, in 3 minutes you're going to disappear again, and I'll have to send another link.
I'm a money whore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I chase money, Ray. So I'm in, dude.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't chase wild women, but I'll chase money.
I think a telescope with a level telescope with you just need one crosshair that could just make out something 8 miles away. 8 miles is 24 feet. A telescopic survey rod.
Is this $100,000 challenge we got going on here?
We could do it all. I can bring 50 right now. That's what I can bring right now. 50. In fact, I've got 10 grand cash sitting in a sock drawer. Just sock money, right? But I can do 50. I can't do 100, but I can do 50. I could put up 50.
That's okay. You know what? I didn't mean. I'm not bragging that I have any. I mean, $100,000 ain't going to make any difference on a guy that doesn't have any legs. It's not going to change my life at all.
I know, but I can't put up 100. I could put up 50.
That's okay.
I can put up 50.
Are you going to put up 50, Ray?
Huh?
Are you going to put up 50?
Yeah, I got 50. I'll match whatever you got.
Who's going to judge this?
I beg your pardon?
Who's going to judge this?
I think well, it's hard for me to with no legs. It's hard. Whoever was going to meet me at Myrtle Beach, I told them to bring their own surveyor.
Yeah, everyone's what. So Unfornicated wants in. Unfornicated wants in. He said, "I'll spot Baron another 10 grand."
Go ahead and restart, man.
Yeah, we're restart. We got less than a minute, but I've got to wait for it to go off. Oh, I'll just end it and I'll restart. Yeah.
I think if you had a telescope.
Right, CK, we'll look for. Yeah, okay. CK, look for my message, my email.
Don't forget to email me. Okay.
Oh my word! Right, let's start another one. Getting somewhere here. We could have a $100,000 challenge on our hands here. Not now. New meeting. Wow. Start. And copy invite link. On that number. Right, I'm getting used to this now. I'm getting a bit quicker every fucking time. So I've got to do inbox with the link And CK, if you can hear me, I'll just read out the number in a minute that you need to do after that. All right. And let's go to Baron. So Baron's got it. And CK, the number you need is, if you can write this down, 853941233053. Did you get that? Everyone wants in on this. Where is it? Leave that down there. Too funny. Let's do these super chats while we're here. Flow 500 grand, don't know. So, Can Go here says, don't take money from idiots. It's sad. What's next? Stealing candy from babies? Fuck you, baby. I know. It's funny that they can't get people to take these bets that they do. But let's see if this comes to anything. Pretty good. Dan for $5 says, I want in on this action. I will spot Baron 10k. Liv wants to go to law school. Does he take Venmo? Will you take Venmo, Ray?
I take Venmo.
I know you will.
Ray. Okay.
What?
Do you take Venmo? I don't know. They're just asking. We just jumped back in.
Want any money?
He doesn't know what that is.
My word is, if you guys really want to do something, I think down the coastline, 8 miles would be 24 feet. That would be the top of a rod. And if you put something on top of a 24-foot rod that you could at least see through a telescope, yeah, that would be proof enough for me that it dropped 24 feet in 8 miles. I mean, you wouldn't. I'm not asking you to read a rod. Are you looking at the top of the rod, the very tip top, put a big red flag on or something? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, Ray, we'll get together, man, and I will make sure that the target will be fucking big enough to where you can't dispute that that's what we're seeing, right? And what we can do is, so we can start off, right? We've got the tangent plane, and we could calculate at each mile what the drop should be. And then what we could do is at the very end of that, we could both go over there, right? We could load you up, wheelchair and everything, right, in my truck. We could drive over there. And then we can bring the rod up in increments, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 feet, whatever the drop should be. And then drive back over and then look through the scope to see if we can see it. Yeah, well, you agree. How's that? Unless things have changed, the telescopic fiberglass rod is 24 feet tall. And that's how much drop on a globe of given sizes in 8 miles. In 8 miles. In 8 times. 8 miles, yeah. And if the telescope is good enough, you could just see that you're looking at the tip top of the rod. Yeah, that'd be good enough for me. It's 43 feet.
I'll get back to that, Mike.
So 8 squared.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's 6 miles. It's 8 times
43 feet. 43 feet is the drop in 8 miles.
Okay, what's 6?
So wrong. It's all right. It's okay. But what I'm saying is I can make a big target, like a real big target, right? And paint it like orange, or I'm colorblind, but we could do some sort of fluorescent color to where you can easily make that thing out. Now, depending on what time of year it is, it's going to depend on our optics, right? So I think we go out there when it's nice and cool. Like I'd say right around like February, March time, when visibility is good, but refraction, which is going to benefit you in this case, is going to really elevate that target. What I'm saying is we make the target big enough. We know the size of the target. That's the difference between the center of the target and the crosshair. And then what we do is we calculate. I say, okay, Ray, we're over here, right? We're at 6 foot. We calculate our distance to the horizon, because what you're going to do is you're going to take the 6 foot, you're going to take the square root of 6 feet, and you're going to take the 6 feet and divide it by 0.574, which is the drop minus a tenth per mile for refraction, because refraction is a thing. Then what we do is that number.
Baron, keep going. I'm just going to get a top up. I'll be right back.
All I know is miles squared. 8 inches per mile squared. Miles times 0.67.
Right. Ray. So what we have to do is we have to calculate at what point is the Earth going to obstruct our view of something. Right? We need to figure out what that distance is, right? So that
if Earth is a globe, it's sloping away from you. The Earth should not obstruct your view on it.
Well, oh man. Okay.
It should not obstruct your view.
So your line of sight is above the horizon. We've established that. But that is something that's easily establishable, right? We can do. It is. Ray, it is, man. It is. And you'll see that when I come out, when I drive out to, what is it, North Carolina?
I'm in Missouri, Kansas City.
Oh, Missouri.
So where the beach is? Myrtle Beach, it's in South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina. So you're going to travel you're going to travel to South Carolina, is that?
Hey, you know what? I wanted a way to tell people how they could determine the shape of Earth without having to go to the goddamn ocean. I came up with, and I'll run by you. You tell me if it's legit.
Okay, go ahead.
This is how anybody can determine the shape of Earth from any location that you're at. Set 2 steel stakes in the ground exactly 1,320 feet apart. Get a transit that can read from a quarter mile. Set 2 stakes exactly 1,320 feet apart. Assign one of those stakes elevation 100.00. Every shot we're reading to the 100th. Okay, take a shot on top of that stake. That's elevation 100. Determine your height of instrument. Then go take a shot on the other stake. Okay. Then pick up your instrument and move it over there a quarter mile. Reset it up, re-level it, and reshoot the same stake as your backside. Do this back and forth 24 times. On your final trip back, you'll be coming back to the stake that you began on. When you close your circuit on top of the stake you began on, if you close on 100.00, the Earth is flat. If you close on 99.00,
no, Ray.
You gotta go that far to get up.
No, Ray. Distance is what causes the drop. If your distance, that's okay. So the reason, you ever heard of direct differential leveling? You ever heard of that? It's where the foresight and the backsight, it's where they stay equidistant. When they are equidistant, the curvature and refraction cancel out. You have to make long sights and then jump.
So you're going back and forth 24 times on a quarter mile. I ran this by other surveyors.
I get what you've done, Ray. I totally get it, and you're right. But what I'm proposing here is that we stretch those foresights out long.
Okay.
And you'll have a drop. That's where the drop comes in, which means you're going to be shooting lower on the rod.
Well,
does that make sense to you?
You'll be seeing it shoot higher on the rod.
Correct.
Why can't you just get a laser?
Correct. Why can't you just get a laser higher on the rod? Because the rod's gone down and the numbers go from 0 to up, right? So you'll be shooting higher on the rod.
If you're following, you're reading higher on the rod.
Correct.
Why can't you just set a laser level up on a dam that backs water half a mile?
Laser levels just aren't any good. They're just no good.
Calibrate the receiver on the rod to the water directly in front of you on the dam, then walk or row your ass a half a mile upstream when the water's like a mirror on a still hot July summer day. and go upstream a half mile.
What's the distance? Okay, fine. We'll go. For whatever reason you like lasers, I don't know why, but you like them.
Take a shot.
We'll go with lasers.
You're going to go beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
When you beep out, you beep out.
I've got one. I've got one. I get it. I get it, Ray. So what's the distance?
Why don't you let me finish my sentence?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
You won't let me finish my sentence. It's almost like I'm about to say something that makes sense, and you don't want to say it. You don't want me to say it.
You're on to something.
Why is that?
That's not what I'm getting out of this, Ray.
Go ahead, Ray. My apologies, man.
If you calibrate the water to the receiver on the rod with a laser level, and you go upstream on a hot July, still hot summer day where the water's like a mirror, that rod will go beep, 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 beep. When you beep out, if you're on the surface of the water, the earth is flat. If you beep out 1.67 inches above the water, the earth is a globe. And that's about as easy a test as I can think of. And that is legit. Hell, MC Toon that went to Antarctica told me it was legit. And he's a glober.
What did he say about the sun?
Say what?
I said, what did he say about the sun?
What did he say about the sun?
The sun. What did he say about the sun? You mean the sun in Antarctica?
Yeah.
That's what you're asking. He said it did a full. It did what it's not supposed to do. It made a 24-hour sun they discovered in Antarctica is what they claim. I watched all the videos.
So you don't believe? So you're going to quote MC Toon on something to do when it helps you, but then when the sun completely debunks any flat Earth, the sun couldn't do that on any flat Earth. You disregard that. So why are you using MC Toon as a source?
I never said that. I never said. Don't put words in my mouth. I never said that. I can tell you this: that they were near McMurdo Station in Antarctica. In 1978 or 79, a New Zealand plane that was running sightseeing flights to McMurdo ran right into a goddamn mountain and killed everybody. And the dates that they were there overlaps with the late December, late November, whatever it was. The plane crashed, and them being there for the final experiment, they weren't more than like 7 or 10 days apart. In fact, they were overlapped. And the recovery crew, and it's the same part. It's right near. They were both in the same place near McMurdo. The recovery crew that picked up the goddamn dead people. The working conditions were so hellish they couldn't even get there for 10 days. And then MC Toon and the final experiment, they're walking around with the windbreakers. They didn't even have one. They weren't wearing gloves or even stocking caps.
Oh, so are you saying they didn't go?
Am I saying what?
Are you saying that they didn't go?
I'm saying the sun looked too high, the sun looked too bright, the snow looked too white. The plane crash. It was at the same time of year, at the same location near McMurdo. You'd almost think it was black and white film, but
they wasn't at McMurdo.
It's not. The weather was so dreary, it looks black and white. If you look through all those photographs,
McMurdo, they was at Union Glacier. They was nowhere near McMurdo.
No, they were near McMurdo. They were near McMurdo.
No, they wasn't.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I've said it in many comments, and until this moment here, nobody's corrected me. I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm not
You know they were GPS tracked the whole way there, all of them from all around the world, don't you? Did you watch that? Because I interacted with all of them while they were there on a live stream.
You did?
Yeah.
You did?
Yes.
Okay. I thought they were at McMurdo. Maybe if they weren't, no. then my comparison is not valid. But they're wearing windbreakers when the recovery crew. It's the same time of year. I know that it was Antarctica. It left some of those people permanently disabled. I mean, PTSD. It was a horrible working condition. It's terrible. But they look like they're just, they didn't look too cold down there. I mean, one guy was wearing like a thin blue.
It's about as warm as it gets where they were. It's about as warm as it gets, and they were very, very cold. They just could take the coldness for they took their shirts off for one picture just to be funny, but they put them all back on again. Like, you should probably go like Jaren, you know Jarenism. He's got like chest cam footage that.
He broke my heart. Jarenism broke my heart. Yeah.
Well, because he told the truth. That's ridiculous. Well, that's ridiculous. So because Jaren
was even born.
What do you mean he broke?
Jaren was even born. I had a Corvette with Rayism license plate, but that's anyway.
So Jaren broke your heart for telling that he told the truth, and that broke your heart. All he did was say what he saw.
What, one trip to Antarctica, and I think he got bought off. He either got threatened or he sold out. I mean,
that's insane. Anyway, get back to your $100, 100,000 challenge. Anyway, that was good.
All right. I'm very interested, Ray, in this money. I would say take a step back, watch my videos. I travel. I do this. I love the whole flat Earth, going places, making measurements. Now, when you throw a carrot that shiny in front of me, you've got my attention. If you want, we can do something private, where I go to the bank, I grab the cash that I can put up, you go to the bank.
I seriously thought somebody would take me up on it. If I would have reneged, they had a lot.
Ray, show me the money, and I'll go.
Show you the money.
Yeah, I'll show you mine that I can put up, that I can wager. Like I said, I could do 10 right now because that's what I can show.
Let's
sit in a drawer.
Let's make parameters. Let's find a test that's agreeable for both of us. Because I think
you name the test, I'll let you know if I can do it or not.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you know what? I'm not afraid. And $100,000 ain't gonna break me one way. I mean, I'm better off than
it's a lot of bread, man. $100,000's enough to build a fucking sub around your house. That's not small chunk change, right? $100,000's a lot of money.
I've always been frugal. I always spent less than I made. Anyway,
right. What? All right, so
we'll be in touch. We'll be in touch. I'm getting a little tired here. I'm not in the best of health, but I got you. I got Flight Cat. I'm legit. I swear to God, there's a safe in the room I'm sitting in, and the money's been in there for friggin' 10 years. It was like 2000.
Go get it. I'll go. So, okay, go to that safe, Ray. Go to that safe. Grab $10,000. I'll go to my sock drawer and grab $10,000. At least we can kind of establish.
I gotta. You know what? I got to get a camera and I got to get a mic, and then I'll show you the money, okay?
We'll do this again. Ray, get back to me within the next week or so if you can get a camera. You can probably just get a camera that's got a mic on it. That'll do.
I've got another flat Earth debate with Dan Greider. If you know who Dan Greider is, he's a pilot that does probable cause before the NTSB renders their official report. He's willing to say what he thinks caused the airplane crash. I got a debate with him in a couple of days, Dan Greider. So it might be a little over a week.
You better get a mic then.
Yes, I know. I know that. And thanks for hanging with me and helping me to do this today because
yeah, man. Gotcha.
I'm sorry. Okay?
Yeah,
thanks.
okay. Cheers.
Okay, you guys have a good night.
Bye.
CK.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Say cheers, CK.
For your time, if you tell me how to, I'll pay for your time.
Oh no, you're fine. Thank you.
You've got my number if you reconsider. All right. Bye.
Bye.
He's trying to get phone sex now. What's going on? Calm down, son.
Oh my. All right.
Please call me back. Call me back.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm out. Thank you.
Hey, well, thanks. I appreciate your
thanks.
Your
Yeah, that was we got there.
You're
I
welcome.
can't believe we got a debate out of this. Right, let's do a couple of. Well, how long have I got left on here? I don't know. Let's do a couple of super chats here, and then we'll. I didn't want to read this one out. CK, yeah, he can't hear me no more, so whatever. Deplorable has said, I'll spot Baron 15 grand proper money. So everyone wants in on this. Everyone knows what's going to happen, and that's why it's just easy money for people. Kango from New Zealand. Kango's known for being a bit, controversial with his messages, but they are funny. Says here, do you think at some point he bet his legs? Which is possibly true. Right. Probably something similar.
I didn't expect that.
It's brilliant. He is funny, Kango. So Billionaire Jim, $10 says, I didn't want to read that out when he was on. Billionaire Jim's for $10 says, you can determine the shape of Earth by simply looking at a film photographs taken by the USA and Soviet Union back in the 60s. Just saying. 100%. I know. You could just look at the 1972 blue marble and not have to do any of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
But they don't want to know that. So yeah, that was good.
That was good.
He probably did though. So is he the only flat Earth surveyor you've ever come across?
Yeah, that I've ever talked to.
It's weird, isn't it? It is a weird thing that they think they're the only one that knows. Like,
he's not stupid.
No,
right? The guy's he's pretty smart. I bet he can build shit. The problem with all that is he's working in like these really small areas where all that's off the table anyways. And that's why I'm trying to like push the distances out, with this leveling, with the observation, right? Like get it further out so that we can really see this departure that's happening. So no, I get it. Like I've hired guys like him. I've had guys like him work for me. It's like a surveyor, that flat earthers will go, hey, do you account for the curvature of the earth? And they're like, no, those guys work for me, right? They're point stake monkeys. I bring them in the office, load up a data collector, send them out into the field. They know how to set up the base station, the rover, stake all the points. That guy doesn't know anything. So, sure, those guys are out there, right? And I'm thinking Ray is that guy.
Yeah. I mean, what was it? What else? We never got him to address that hump on the fucking dam or whatever it was when you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, we can do it next time. I'll make sure that I'll keep in touch with both of you because I want you. I want you to take his money. Let's be honest. I want you to take his money.
Man, I'm worried the money's not real. That's my concern. Is I'm going to waste. Cost drives revenue. So, when I think about when I was in business for myself, I had to figure out what my cost was going to be and how much I'd charge to make money. And so, this case, it's going to be, time off of work, the drive out there, hotel, food, gas, and then, of course, my personal time being invested in this. What's that worth to me? That cost, is there going to be enough revenue there to cover that? And that's where I think bringing the number down to be more feasible for Ray to reach, because I'm not sure $100,000 is just sitting in a fucking safe.
But I think that's one of those things, isn't it? I think he got he got a bit of push, like people wasn't confident in betting, so the money just was $100,000 because it kind of frightens people, and then it makes your point
scary,
more.
Right?
It's
a scary number. It's hard to bring to the table. I can't. I mean, do I have the assets? Can I reach the number? Sure, I can go cash in all my silver and all my gold, and I can get there. But I have a wife to answer to.
Yeah, I don't even know what people talk about this. What about this, Baron? So I could probably put you in touch or whatever with each other, and hopefully he'll get back to me. I'm going to email him again after this and get him to let me know when he's got his mic and his camera, and we'll do this again properly. We'll have a proper conversation when we can understand what he's saying and things like this. But someone says, suggesting get him to put the money in escrow. Would you both do that?
So here's the issue with escrow, right? So I'm not willing to come with my real name.
Right.
So my real name is not Baron Rutledge.
Right.
And as a licensed surveyor, I'm registered through the state board.
Yeah.
And being registered through the state board exposes my identity, where I live, my phone number.
Yeah, got it.
I'm just not willing. Look, what I am willing to do is show the cash. So I'll go to the bank and I'll pull out 10 grand 4 times. There's 50 grand right there.
Yeah.
I mean, cash is king at the end of the day, correct?
Yeah. So
I can do that. Whether Ray can do that or not, I guess we'll see.
We'll find out. Hopefully, he'll see. I mean, it's a bit to his credit. He's turned up today, even if we got there in the end with a bit. Because I'm used to flat earthers mouthing off in the comments like that dickhead Kevin that was in here earlier, that was basically saying he's a prick. He just comes back and he's such a bitch.
Is he on TikTok?
I don't know. Possibly these people. But he comes back with different numbers after his name, because I keep. To me, if I can't make money out of somebody, if they won't come and debate me and won't make content for me, I'm not interested in reading their comments. Basically, like I'm all for debating flat earthers and talking to them in the comments if they're willing to actually come up and talk. But they're all such fucking cowards and then they report the channel and all this, and they try and get you demonetized and all this other bollocks. It just gets on my fucking nerves, so I just don't bother engaging with them. I just get rid of them, because otherwise it's too tempting to react to things they say.
Right. I get you.
So, but yeah, I can't remember where I even started it. But yeah, I was going to say, at least Ray has had the balls to actually talk even through CK's phone to just, and he's going to actually wants to do the debate. Whether or not, I don't know whether the money now, whether the bet might frighten him off. I don't know, but it was his bet.
So for me, it's really easy to win the money, because there's some disconnects going on with Ray. Not sure what's going on there, but he has an idea in his mind about what should be that's incorrect. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So his mind is trying to envision there's this hump there, right? So he's thinking like, I'm going to stand over on like there's this half moon, right? And a guy's standing over here, and there's a target over here, and there's this big hump in the middle. What he doesn't understand is he's at the top of the hump.
Yeah.
And so his eye line, his line of sight is always above that. That's what he doesn't understand, right? So his mind, so he doesn't understand geodesy. He's not a guy very proficient with geometry. But here's what I'm willing to do for that type of money. Fucking teach him.
Yeah.
I'll fucking teach him. 50 grand, dude. I'll fucking teach him geometry, dude. We'll meet up right here on these lives once he gets his camera and his mic, and I'll draw out, and we'll go over all the functions. We'll do SOHCAHTOA and the whole 9 yards.
Hopefully you can. So next time, if he does it, then next time we can go on just StreamYard where we started, and then you can just both present whatever you want to present, and we can talk about it further and see what's what there.
Yeah. No, he doesn't have to,
Hang on, someone's got Stoops the cat here. I don't know who this is, but I think he's $10. Cheers, Stoops. What altitude is necessary to be able to observe curvature? With a circumference of 25,000 miles, a mathematical certainty can be calculated. So what is it? You'll say depends, typical Globy. That's what he says.
I don't actually know the answer to that. You can figure it out just by drawing a circle on a piece of paper and then making the radius or center of that circle, making that radius and then adding that and then doing the cosine function will tell you what the height.
Well, there's a bloke that's obsessed with sharks that he comes into the chat here. Well, Panty says, does Baron have a favorite shark?
The Adelaide app, but they say it's right around 35 to 37,000 feet. can kind of start making it out.
Okay, you must be lagging here. Can you hear me now? Yeah, Baron's lagging. Something's going on.
Lagged
here.
out. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems to be all right. Yeah, so he missed it again. So he's saying, what is it? What is it? This is Stoops the cat. He's doing the fake. He's sitting there with a very straight face in reality, but typing ha 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 because you haven't answered it.
Okay, so the height, like how high above the surface of the earth do we need to be to see the curvature, like visibly in our line of sight?
Let's read it again. What altitude is necessary to be able to observe curvature? With a circumference of 25,000 miles, a mathematical certainty can be calculated. So what is it you'll say depends, typical Globey?
I'm going to say right around 35,000 feet.
Yeah. I mean, I've actually seen that out of a plane, the pilot's window on a video. It's you have to overlay it with a flat line, straight line,
correct,
to be able to. You need a
reference. Yeah, you need some sort of reference to see the departure on the corners, right?
Well, Stoops says nope, but like, so what is it then, Stoops? And the fake laughter. Because Stoops, don't type ha 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 when you're sitting there with a straight face, all angry. It makes you look like a dickhead. Just engage with the conversation. Are you going to say because Neil deGrasse Tyson said that he couldn't, because you all say the same shit all the time? Yeah. Like, it's just so obvious, right? But yeah, I've actually seen, I think it was Wolfie6020, I think his name is. Yeah. If you go to his videos, I think he's got it out of the cockpit, and you overlay a straight line, and
he's got a HUD he's got an HUD display, right?
Yes. So Stoops' response is there is no curve. So to explain how the sun doesn't set in Antarctica, then Stoops, please, in December with a flat Earth.
What are you drinking, man?
Just
what are you going on there?
Just Kronenberg.
Nice. Like, what is it?
Just Kronenberg. Do you get that over there?
No, never heard of it.
No, that's all right. I usually have a drink when I do the lives. It makes things a bit easier reading people like Stoops. But then Stoops sent me a he's probably going to take it back now. Sent me $10. Oh, by the way, CK Mamacita, CK that was doing the thing, said, Professor Phil Bell wants to debate race, set it up. Yeah, I will do. If Phil Bell is still in here, I will put you in touch if you want to, or you can come on here and do it. I'm happy. Once Ray gets his mic, his game, everyone can debate him. But don't be taking Baron's money away from him. Yeah. Baron got him first for the 50 grand, so nobody else start taking that away from him.
That's right.
Oh, Jim Daniels, what's this? I've got a super chat here from Jim Daniels, billionaire Jim. You want some money? This is the man, Jim Daniels, billionaire.
Oh, nice.
And he says, but he's only sent me $5. Fucking tight billionaire, isn't he? First video of Earth was taken 65 miles in 1946, and he sent a link which I can't click on. Oh, I can click on it. The first video of Earth. Let's have a look at this then. It's gonna go to site. Oh, this is it. Is that what you're talking about, Jim? Baron can't see this because he's on Zoom. But flat earthers claim the flat appearance, and the photo proves flat earth in reality by careful examination. The curve is visible. Let's see. I can't even see. There. You can see, yeah. I know what you're saying there, Jim. But they're going to go, ha, 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 that's not a curve, ha, 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 because that's just what they do, baby. Hang on a minute, I've got 7 minutes left here. We'll just do these 7 minutes out, and then I'll close the stream down.
All right, yeah, sounds good, man. Sounds good.
I appreciate you coming on today, Baron. It's been very good.
Yeah, no worries. Ray was he was an interesting character, to say the least.
Yeah, it's weird, though, isn't it, that Ray thinks every other surveyor's got it wrong, but he's got it right.
He doesn't actually really know. So Ray is very limited in his surveying experience, right? Ray worked with surveyors, but Ray himself is not an actual surveyor.
Right. Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah. So the thing with the trouble with the flat Earth thing is that Ray knows enough to be able to trick flat earthers into thinking that he is a genius at land surveying. And like
Yes,
people like Mark
but
Sargent.
he knows enough to get himself into trouble with a guy like me.
And people like Mark Sargent will just eat that up all day. Because like, we've got a surveyor now. We've got a pilot.
Absolutely.
We've got a surveyor. And that's
Absolutely. And they're not going to check anything out on what he says, right? And so
they don't check anything out.
Right. Well, he's got the fundamentals down. Don't get me wrong. And that's what makes it very attractive for me, is because he understands enough to know that what I'm about to show him, like when he was talking about like the mountain below eye level, he understands enough to get it.
Yeah.
So if he's willing, and that's what makes this very attractive to me, is because one, he gets kind of how it works, to where I can present to him step by step, even with him, he's rolling in his wheelchair along the way, whatever, to where he'll see that the earth is curved.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he knows enough. And so that's very, lucrative from what Ray's saying, from his perspective.
I was just thinking, someone JD's just put in the chat, Jerem breaking his heart by truth telling, and that's a weird reaction. That's exactly what I was about to say. Stoops, would you like Stoops? If you'd ever want to come on the show and talk about this, I can literally show you ships disappearing beyond the horizon. I literally can just click it now and show you. But and it's funny. It's funny that you think that that Baron here, that's clearly knows his stuff and knows what he's talking about. You think you know more about land surveying than Baron. The narcissism of flat earthers, the delusional narcissism of these people is insane, that you think that Baron doesn't know what he's talking about. And you're calling him a clown in the comments.
Yeah, bring him up.
No, he won't.
The only thing we can do is talk
Stoops,
about it, right?
Stoops, do you want to come up? If I bring Baron back to my live here and get him off of Zoom, then you can click the link as well.
We go to YouTube, right? Right? We can do YouTube.
Yeah.
You're a YouTube guy, right?
I'm on YouTube now, yeah. But I've got a link directly to the YouTube stream.
Okay.
Oh, your MFs ain't shit. So that's a no then. That's him saying no. I won't do that.
I mean, I'm here all day. I'm yours all day. So whoever wants to come up, ask me questions, get me to demonstrate, how the math or the geometry works, I'm game.
Yeah.
So.
Oh dear, what was you doing on your live earlier on TikTok anyway?
Just killing time.
Get any bites?
Nope.
They'll avoid you now.
Yeah, man, I get nothing on TikTok. I'll get about 30, maybe 40 viewers somewhere in there, but flat earthers don't engage with me anymore.
Yeah. They've stopped engaging. Like people are like all of the YouTube debunkers and whatnot of Stoops the pussy. Did you kill my feet? I don't know what he's talking about. Dave McKeegan's in the chat. You know Dave McKeegan, Darren?
No, I've heard of him, but I don't know.
Yeah, he went to one of the ones that went to Antarctica. He's got a pretty big YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just down there.
He's the guy with the dog, right?
The dog. That's the guy. Yeah. Rusty the dog, isn't it? Yeah, so Stoops got right. I'm gonna close this down now. I think it's only 3 minutes left. You're gonna go dead. I don't want you to just go. So I want to say thank you for your time. Thanks for coming on today. You're welcome back anytime on here.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm absolutely. If there's any other, Dave McKeegan's a liar. Of course he is, Stoops. Any other, and if there's any flat, I mean they won't. If there's flat earthers in the chat, which there definitely is. If any of you ever want to come up and debate. Even me, someone with no science background whatsoever, if you're too cowardly to do that, then you're definitely not going to come up and talk to Baron or Dave or any of these people. But it's funny. It's funny that you wave your cocks around in the chat there, knowing that no one's ever going to fucking call you on it. It's hilarious. Right, cheers, Baron. Thanks so much for coming up. I'll be in touch when Ray gets back to me, and we can make sure we get that all sorted. Thanks a lot, mate. See you later. Right, that was that. So I think that'll do for this night. We got there in the end. We got a debate out of that, didn't we? That was pretty good. You're such a sad cunt. And that was shit. That was a flop. Stoops has sat and watched the whole thing. Oh, yeah, I know more than this. I know more than this fucking surveyor bloke. I'll definitely know it. You don't know anything, but thanks for the money. Anyway, it made me notice you. So well done. Right, anyway, cheers. So I'm going to shut this down then. What shall I do? What shall I play us out with? Thanks for all the super chats. Cheers, everybody. That was a pretty good, eventually. About 40 minutes in, it got good. Let's play us out. This probably ain't going to work. For some reason, this won't work. Let's see if it works. If it works, goodbye. If not, I'm just going to be sitting here looking at the screen.
Don't feel bad for the flat earthers. They've all been depressed since December. It was the final experiment all over the world. They all tuned